Yes, people. Welcome back to GNA TV. I'm your host, Jem.
And I'm your host, Ads, and this is GNA TV. Let's cue the intro.
Know how I'm here, and it's you that I want to need. You feel your heartbeat. You feel somewhere you looking good. You feel your heartbeat. You feel somewhere you looking good.
Yes, people. Welcome back to GNA TV, and welcome back to the first ever international review show on our channel. To be honest, Alex has joined us. Alex, how you doing, bro? You all right?
I'm doing really good, thank you. I was admiring the new channel art. It's looking lovely. The new intro, the new fonts. Looks very nice.
We're getting very close now to the 1K. We've grown massively in the last couple of weeks. Actually, we've done some really good streams, picked up some really good numbers as well. So we're happy to have the support that we have currently at the moment. Guys, I know it's a bit of a funny time to be doing a show when England are playing. I'm sure a lot of people are focused on that at the moment. But we're going to review all of the top teams that are obviously in the international stages. We're going to go through who we believe are the dark horses as well. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Alex, who do you want to start with, mate?
Let's start with the team at the moment, I guess. England, obviously, they're playing right now against San Marino. I haven't got the scores up in front of me. I don't want to be too distracted about it. But there's a bit of I think all our hopes kind of lie right now on nostalgia. I mean, I don't know how you two are feeling about it, but after following them closely and sitting through their international fixtures, I'm a little worried about them. I mean, they've filled me a bit of confidence today. Although it kind of shows how low the standard is, that I celebrated the fact that Gareth Southgate has not set out a back three against one of the worst teams in the world, which I genuinely expected him to do. But I just think that I'd love to get your guys' thoughts. But what do you think about the thoughts of England going into the tournament? Because I think we're going to play a back three. And I think I'm worried.
With England, I never set myself up for anything with them because I just feel like we're just going to be let down massively. I think they're just one of them teams that build us up, and then they just drop us. And a lot of people say, well, England have got talented players in the team this year. We should be competing, etc. That's fine. But a lot of the players that we've got are still very young. And for me, it's like, I feel under Southgate, I feel like he could make better decisions in terms of the starting 11. And I think sometimes he chooses to pick the name rather than the player in form, if that makes sense. I don't know if you agree. I see Eric Dyer always getting the team, and I'm like, why? How does that one work out when you've got more talented players on the pitch? You know what I mean?
I had a big screaming rant about Eric Dyer recently, but I think the more obvious one was Kieran Trippier. He's been without football for 3 months, and he's literally just come back to Atletico Madrid. And the fact that he's in the team over someone like Trent Alexander-Arnold or Wan-Bissaka is literally the biggest message which could say, I am never going to drop Kieran Trippier as long as he's still playing football. Yeah. And it's just like, doesn't send the right message, like you're saying. I feel like we should be picking him based more off form and be picking like a more exciting player, because I think Kieran Trippier is just, I think that is a selection purely based off what he did in 2018. So I'm just I don't like that sort of selection thing. And Eric Dyer as well. I mean, I was speaking to a Tottenham fan recently, Matt Hayes, and he said that I said quite kindly, I don't think Eric Dyer should be in the team. And he was like, oh yeah, no, you should be nowhere near it. Absolutely nowhere near it. Nowhere near the England team. So it's like these players getting in. You kind of want to see. Ads, what do you think about Mason Greenwood? Because I thought he has a shot. I know he's for the under-21s at the moment, but I just feel like he offers something so much different. And both foot knows.
I mean, I just want to touch on the right back situation. Personally, I think Trippier obviously. I think he is better than Trent. If I'm going to be honest with you, I think he's better than Trent as a player, but his presence is sometimes lacking because obviously, especially the World Cup, sometimes I wouldn't even notice he was there until he actually did something really, really major. So he's a bit of a moment's player. But Wan-Bissaka would have been the best option for me, no matter if it's form or not. Wan-Bissaka's just a better right back than both of them combined, to be honest. So, I mean, I would have probably picked him. But when you have people like, look, another thing as well, you have Declan Rice in the team. And everyone thinks, oh, just because he's in England, he's so good. No, he's the best of a bad bunch. There's actually no English DMs. There actually isn't any actual English DMs. The only person who can play DM is Dyer, and he's shit. But he's good at set pieces though. Dyer, he really is good at set pieces, which is something that I've watching him do for years, which I'm actually impressed with. But recently he's been poor. Then you have fucking dickheads like Harry Winks in your team. And I don't know how he's made it. I don't know how he's even in the squad either. I don't know how he's in the squad, but yeah, man, Declan Rice is the best of a bad bunch, and people think just because of that he's the best DM in the league, and he really isn't. But Greenwood should have been in the team. Sadly, maybe it's to do with the incident happened early on last year, but who knows, man? Let's just hope that he gets his shot soon.
Yeah, I hear that. How far do we think England can go, Alex? How far do you see this team and this bunch of players getting in the Euros?
I've got my predictions down. I've had it planned out. The sort of like who will be the final four, will be the final eight, and I've got England going out in the quarterfinals. I think they have. I'll get it up in a second, but I think they've got a slightly tough run. I think they would have to face Spain and then Portugal possibly. Yeah, if, like to go to the quarters, and I don't think in the system we play that we have enough for that, because let's forget, like we can say the back three. I feel like I was just talking to someone now on Twitter about it. There's the only player in England, the only player in the Premier League who plays in the back three is Connor Cody, but you got to think Sancho, Sterling, and Sancho, Sterling, Trent, Chilwell, all of these players, they're playing majority in the back four. And I know Chelsea has switched to back three recently, but that's so attacking. You got Hudson-Odoi, a right wing back, who's basically pushing up to be a right winger sort of thing. Yeah. So I feel like we're so out of sorts. We're going so defensively. But at the same time, I want England to get to the final and like have a giant piss up in a pub again. But
that's the only good thing about it, isn't it? When England are actually doing well, they decide to allow everyone to just basically have fun, didn't they? Really, like go out, have days off and stuff, and just go wild. You know what I mean? Go wild and have a bit of fun. But I mean, is Southgate the right guy? Is he the right manager for England to get us to a final? Like, because he was so close. Wasn't he, against Croatia? And in theory, we should have beaten Croatia. In theory, when you look at the team they had and the team we had at the time, and I just feel like, are we missing it again because of our manager more than the players in terms of mentality? Getting them up for it, getting them in the right mind frame. Is Gareth Southgate the right manager for that? Do you know what I mean? There's some big players that play for big teams across the world as well. So. Do you feel, Alex, that he's the right man for the job, or
I think he's in the wrong job, and that sounds mean, but I think it's a bit more. I'll get on to Jeremiah's comment in a second as well, but I think he should be more of the sort of. It's not a director of football thing, but it's like the team. Like the team director in Germany, they have Oliver Bierhoff, who you probably know of FIFA. He's been there for like 20 years. I think Southgate should be that, because he's brilliant at the press. He's brilliant at like swerving questions, creating a positive atmosphere, making the team more like we saw in 2018. He took a team that in like 4 years earlier and 2 years earlier would as depressing as anything and made them the light of the nation. And I think he should just be. He's clearly not, like as you said there about Croatia, he's not great actually against the bigger teams or in 1v1 situations like that. So I feel like he should be taking a backseat and get a proper coach in. But I wanted to point out Jeremiah's comment there. I think France or Portugal win the Euros. It's funny just because, I mean, I have a friend, Ritik Sakai, we do a podcast with about the Euro 2021. We have literally France and Portugal in the final. So he's bang on with that.
Fair enough. Moving on from England, I want to touch on to some of the other big teams that are involved. We'll start with France. Obviously, you look at the France team and they've got so much talent across across the pitch, and they've got, even in areas, I mean, in every area or every position, they've got someone that can, replace the person that would start, and they would come in and do a job. And I just feel like the French team overall is so strong. How do you feel France will do, Alex, moving forward?
It's like a two-part answer, really. The first part is very short. I think France will win the Euros and maybe even the next World Cup. The second part is if France's under 23s can win the Euros. Because I don't know if you see, they announced their squad recently. In the team, they've got Upamecano, Kanate, Lafont, up front, Odson Edouard. They've got the stupidest amount of talent, even like you were touching on there, Jem. Just in their depth, but I feel like France would win the Euros, and I think their under 23s probably get just as far. But yeah, I think they're the favourites purely because of how many good players they have, and they're also boring's a harsh word, but they just get the job done. Like Giroud up front, he's a bit uninspiring, but he makes the team work. And giggling along there, but he just makes the team work. So. It gets things done.
Yeah. I hear that. Ads, what are we laughing at? France?
Listen, I mean, no, that comment is pretty true though. I mean, Giroud can offer you something, but if you give him 3 games to do it, he'll probably only turn up 1, 2 at best. I'm trying to say, and before I go into France, I do want to say I think we are capable of winning the Euros. I just don't think we will. I think Southgate he can do a job, and I'm Southgate in for a reason, because I don't believe that the players turned up in the Croatia game. I don't think they 100% turned up, and everyone says, "Oh yeah, but the players don't turn up. It's due to the manager." But we've seen it time and time again. Sometimes the players don't turn up, but there'll be a spark of hope at the end of the game. And then that wasn't luck. That free kick from Trippier, and clearly he'd been taught well by Southgate or whoever he was under, because he wasn't certainly at Tottenham at that time. But no, with France, Giroud can't do much. If he is the main striker, which I don't think he will be. I think they'll find someone else to do that. The midfield is solid. We know who's there. Don't need to talk about them. The defence, I know who's already been to the rally of even being the team before they even before it was even confirmed. And bro, it's solid. It's really solid, and I think they are favourites, not Portugal. I think France are favourites.
Yeah, I think they've got the best midfield in out of everyone. Kante and Pogba, when they're both fit, I think that is just something else. And on top of that, you're going to add Mbappe off them as well at the top, and then you're thinking, like on the other wings, they've got so many options, and they in terms of individuals that could play off the less. The defense is very strong, massively strong, man. Across especially from the centre backs point of view, it's so strong, and I just think they must make the semi-final with that squad. They should easily be making the semi-final moving forward. But people, please smash the like button. Please subscribe if you're new here as well. If Portugal play more attacking football, they may win it. Now, just going on to Portugal, Alex, how do you feel with them? Because obviously they've got a lot of talented players now, haven't they? When you think about how the players that have come through since the last time we see Portugal in the Euros, I think it's been quite a big difference, in terms of quality that's now in there. And it's not just Cristiano Ronaldo that can be relied upon now. They've got Bernardo Silva, they've got Bruno Fernandes. There's a number of great players that Jota can put in a goal for him as well. So tell us, Alex, how do you feel about Portugal?
Well, Delia in the comments there is about kind of hitting on it. I think that Portugal probably the best chance of defeating France. Yeah. They've got a really strong squad, as you were touching on. Like Bernardo Silva's come in, Joao Felix has come in. They've also just got a really strong defense now. Pepe, Nelson Semedo's got better at Wolves. Ruben Diaz, Ricardo Pereira from Leicester, and then in goal, we've still got Patricio Anthony Lopez from Lyon. Portugal on paper, I think they are second favourites as well in the odds. And they could be quite exciting to watch. Obviously, like you said, the obvious one's Ronaldo. This could be probably his last Euros as well. So, and they've also won it once. They've done it they are currently the Euros holders as well, even though it feels like that was decades ago. So yeah, it's right to be bullish about Portugal. I feel like they've definitely got a very, very strong chance, and I think they've also get to the final as well. And while you guys touching it, I'll quickly get the groups up as well, so you have a bit of context to everyone.
Yeah. Sterling 3-0. That's what Christian says.
Sterling is a beast. I don't care. He's our best
Sterling
player.
3-0. I know everyone's watching the game at the moment, so yeah, we appreciate that. Keep us updated as you go along as well. And yeah, go on, Alex. Let's share away.
Share away with the groups. Okay, let me get it up. So I know in Group A we've got Italy, and I think it was Turkey as well. So I'll just make sure.
My
Turkey,
home team.
Let's hope they get top. Let's hope they get top of the group.
My home team, people. Turkey. Let's go.
well, Turkey. I'm very bullish about Turkey. I watched them yesterday as well. They've got a solid squad. Okay, here we go. So in like for anyone who doesn't know, come on, load it all up. Bear with me. I'll get England's group up first. So they've got Croatia, Czech Republic, and Scotland. So it's a group they'll probably get out of quite easily. I'm not sure if anyone you guys know of, though. There is a group of death to look out for. In Group F, they've got France, Germany, and Portugal.
Oh,
So
Wow.
yeah, and Hungary in there as well. So potentially one of those could miss out. There is a third place playoff to get into the round of 16, but what makes it interesting is that Germany might be a nice team to cover as well. Is that one of those teams, one of the big hitters, could potentially completely miss out.
You got to share screen, Alex? Can we?
Yeah, sure. I'll get it up.
Yeah.
I'll get it up. Here we
People
go.
can see as well.
okay.
Please smash the like button, people. Please share on all your socials. Let's try and get these views up. I know you're all watching the England game, so probably not the greatest of time, but here we are. Chance you could zoom in, Alex, a bit.
Yeah, I'll zoom in a bit more for you guys. There we go. That should be enough.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
All right, so we'll quickly sift through them just like to give you guys context. So your boys Turkey, they're in a group of Italy, Switzerland, and Wales. So that's they could potentially get out of that. Group B is Belgium, Denmark, Finland, Russia. Now Finland are probably the weakest team in this competition. Russia have had a dreadful build-up as well, and they're dropping some of their key players. It's probably going to be Belgium and Denmark's time to shine. Group C, you've got Netherlands, Austria, North Macedonia, and Ukraine. Netherlands are a bit of a heap at the moment, so you never know what can happen there. I said Group D, Croatia, Czech Republic, England, and Scotland. So that'll be a fun group to watch. And then Group E, Poland, Slovakia, Spain, Sweden. Obviously, yeah. Group F, the group of death.
Wow, look at that. Group F.
I wonder though. I know a lot of people are saying Portugal and France, yeah. But if I'm gonna be honest with you, I think Germany can be the dark horse in this tournament because no one's talking about them like they were last year. A few years ago. I think they actually, yeah, of course, they're one of the only teams who have only recently won over the World Cup or actually a Euro tournament, and they actually did pretty well to do that. Of course, some of the players in that team are gone now, but I think they've had a lot of time to kind of find a solid foundation and actually, kind of come together, merge, and just play better football than they did last time around. And I think this could be either a time for them to just mess it up completely or just have a little bit of fun. Then when it comes to the big thing, the World Cup, they just go in and just fucking smash it. Because I think they are going to win something in the next 3 years, I think, to be honest.
Yeah. What I've got up here. Sorry, Joe, I was just going to say what I've got up here as well, make it a bit more interesting. This is kind of how I'll have the groups up still in a second. This is like the path of the tournament. So this is how each team can go in. So England, I've still got the path here. Let's say they win Group D. They'll have to play second of Group F. So Portugal, Germany, or France. And then in the quarters, they're probably going to have to play Spain. So we even had it going out at a round of 16, actually, yeah. So it kind of shows how difficult England path is. If they finish second, they'd have to play probably Poland, and then the winner of Group F. So that could be France, Germany, or Portugal. So England, they're not. Yeah, in 2018 when we got the easy route, we're not getting an easy route this time. So it's a little.
It's mad. It is mad. If you look at that, Belgium, Italy, France, Croatia, Spain, Portugal, okay, all right, fair enough. It's going to be fun. It's going to be good to watch, isn't it? Let's be serious. And then you've come to the conclusion France and Portugal after all that. Where's Turkey in this, mate?
Turkey, group
Yes.
A second. I will say we haven't like covered Turkey fully yet. I haven't covered Turkey fully yet in my little analysis. But we've gotten to finish second in Group A, like below Italy. So then they would face probably Denmark or Russia. And based off yesterday, they probably win, mate. I mean, before we were recording, you was touching on a few talented players. From Europe, they've got a few really good players. You'll probably know of Burak Yilmaz, the guy who's on FIFA every year, Team of the Year every year. Finally, outside of Turkey for the first time in his career, age 35, got his hat-trick yesterday. He's bossing it in France. So he can lead them.
He's rose from the dead, as I say, Burak Yilmaz, in many ways, because he's kind of one of them players where you think he's gone and he's done, and he just comes back, and it's just his type of style.
Yeah, he's an animal as well. Like watching him yesterday, I don't know if anyone caught his free kick. It was glorious yesterday, but he wears his heart on his sleeve, and you've also got Yusuf Yazici in there. He's linked to Arsenal, Zeki Çelik, a few others. Also Kabak and Soyuncu in defence.
I rate Kabak. I think Kabak is I think all the players you listed right there, yeah. If Arsenal weren't so big-headed, they would make major improvements to their team. Just saying. I personally believe. I think Kabak is really underrated. I would personally, I'd say he'd be really good backup or a good starter for most teams in our league. And I want to see more of him as well, man. It's just a shame because with Turkey, it's a big country. It's a big country because obviously most of the people in this area are obviously from Turkey. And obviously they always have, sometimes we have cultural gatherings every year. If it wasn't COVID, probably would have had it a few months ago. But obviously they all talk about how big it is a country. Then obviously some are football fans. They always say, oh yeah, but no, it's just a shame that Turkey aren't highlighted as much when it comes to football because, there's not many standout players, but only like people from Turkey and people who watch them closely will know who the standouts are, if that makes sense. I haven't got big names, but I want to see more of Turkey, man. I think they're a good team.
They've always had, not talking about Turkey, they've always been sort of they've been a bit of a letdown in many ways because if you've looked at their squads in the past, they've always been pretty decent. I remember when Arda Turan was playing for Turkey. This was back in, when was it?
2016, 2014?
2016, 14 potentially, but he had Nihat next to him. He had Hassan Shash next to him. They had Emre in midfield. Çetin, who was at the time regarded as one of the most solid sort of defenders within Turkey, and then it had a very good goalie in Rüştü in goal as well, who was very decent at the time, and they managed to get him to the semi-finals actually. And they ended up losing to Germany, if I remember rightly. They lost to Germany. They shouldn't have lost that game. They actually dominated Germany on the day. And on the way to that, they beat Czech Republic. They beat Croatia. It was mental. But they've always had a decent team. It's just that they've never had. It's just a mentality thing with them as well.
You know Turkish?
Yeah.
Say something like goal or something like that.
No, I'm not doing that on here.
I'm just going to, Jam, I'll save you. I'm going to mention the Turkey manager, Senol Güneş. I've just looked it up. They look solid. I mean, they've got a 52% win rate with Turkey, which is like pretty good. I think that's above what Lampard had at Chelsea, and that's over 20 games. So Turkey, you never know, might be the dark horses for.
This is the thing. Well, this is my question. Who do we think are the dark horses of this tie, Alex? Who in general and the Euros do you think are the dark horses, the people to watch out for?
I think I had to give a really good explanation for Germany. I'm personally a bit more unsure about them. Like they could explode this tournament in a bad way. I think Italy are one to watch out for. Like you've got, they've kind of ditched their older ages a bit. They got rid of Barzali and Buffon and players like that. They got Donnarumma in goal now.
Yeah,
strong centre-back partnership. I think it's Acerbi and Bastoni from Inter that I know some European fans will love. You've got Verratti. They play Emerson still from Chelsea.
Yeah.
But he performs well for the country, so that's fair there. So I think Italy are very strong. Dark horses, and it's good to see Kavisha agrees with me there. Well, who else do you think? Looking from this, I guess this kind of gives the overview.
I think you can never write off Spain. I think Spain will always be, Yeah, they've got a good enough squad, haven't they, to really be pushing, I think, quarters / semi-finals. What do you think, Alex? I think they're probably there. Belgium as well are another one full of talent. Obviously, Eden Hazard's kind of dived away, but they've still got KDB, Lukaku, who's an absolute animal at the moment in Italy, scoring his goals. So I think there's a lot of teams that I expect to get to the quarterfinals. In terms of dark horse, I would probably throw in. Who would I go for dark horse?
England.
No, not even. I wouldn't even do that. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Spain as my dark horse. That's who I'm going with. People expect Spain to. I don't think people expect Spain to be up there as they used to be as dominating, do they? They just expect them to challenge, a bit like England now. But I think Spain have got a good enough squad to challenge for it this year. What do you think, Alex?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they demolished Germany last year. I don't know if you guys called us 6-0. Like they've got a really strong team and they've got some good attack. I think I was looking at it. Spain's their defense is really strong. Like you still got Ramos churning out performances to get in goal. I think they just lacked like a really solid striker from memory because I think they had Alvaro Morata up front, but he doesn't actually get played that often. And I think they try and play I think they played Ferran Torres up front. So I think that's the only area that could let them down. Are you still sticking with Germany, Ads?
Listen, I to be honest with you, I'm a bit upset that I have to say that England are underdogs in any tournament because they shouldn't be and they never used to be. Even though we didn't actually win anything, we were expected to always do good things. I'd actually say there's actually quite a few because if I think about it now, Germany are more. I see them prepping, just doing this for fun, getting wherever they get, and then obviously trying to go all out in the World Cup, which is coming up very very soon, which I'm very excited for personally, and no Gemmas as well. But for me, Spain's a good shout, but they have a big name. I personally, I think Turkey can be the dark horse, like the actual dark horse, because there's always a few dark horses. Like we were the dark horse 2018. We got pretty far. Didn't last long for us. France didn't actually have a word in, to be honest with you. I spoke to a lot of fans. They didn't really say France could do anything that time. They won it. But, you know, I look at the team now and with England as well, and are we as structured as we were a few years ago? If that can rise, fuck no. But our midfield before, we did have Dyer in there, and he actually did pretty well. Not gonna lie, we have to admit he did pretty well in the World Cup. He did.
No,
Jem, come on, bro.
Not good enough.
We had Dele Alli, who did a decent job, and you know. But now I look at our team: attack really good, defense really good. Maguire will do bits. Trust me, people. You'll see the real Harry Maguire that I see every week. And yeah, man, I think we are the underdogs, and we could be the dark horse. But I'd say Turkey most.
Talking about that, yeah, I actually picked up some really interesting news today. Someone done a little bit of an analysis, just to go off topic quickly, on Fred versus Jorginho. Yeah, and the the Chelsea fans ain't gonna like it, but the Fred haters are not gonna like it also. But basically, Fred's got a better over this season. Fred's got a better execution rate, meaning picking the ball up, moving forward with it, than Jorginho.
Yeah, but I knew this already. Yeah, but I knew this already, though. See,
that shows to all the Jorginho people that big him up so much that he's not actually. I'll show you properly. I'll get Alex involved as well. I've got there's someone that I want to get involved actually. So
can I just say something?
Yeah. because I knew that would make ads excited. Look, because if you think about it, we moan about Fred and his distribution, but Jorginho's got worse distribution moving forward with the forward pass than Fred has. Fred's got better distribution than him. That's embarrassing.
And like I said, everyone says his distribution is really, really bad. It's just inconsistent, and it's still better than a player that's apparently way better than him. And this just proves my point. Don't look at stats. Be the eye test. That backs your point the most, because I said to Jem, I said to Alex, I said to everyone in chat, Fred does his thing better than Jorginho on a more consistent basis. And it just proves my point. Just proves my point. I don't need to say much more. But Alex, who do you think's better, Fred or Jorginho?
I think they're kind of different players, to be fair. I think Jorginho's more... he's more in the side literally to recycle and keep possession, and not as much. I would say as well, I would like to see the graph just because I bet I know Fred carries the ball forward way more than Jorginho, but I want to see it pure passing because I know Jorginho does.
No, it's pure passing. It's forward passing. It's execution with execution moving the ball forward basically. So when he gets the ball, how many times does he execute a forward pass without actually wasting it?
Oh, that's fair.
Fred's got more a much better stat than Jorginho actually overall with his passing as well. Well, we'll come back to that another day. We'll definitely delve into that to be one of our debate shows, which you'll be, I'm sure, interested in. Please smash the like button, people. Please subscribe if you're new here as well. There's 13 of you still here. So look, moving on. Is there any teams in here that you think may be deceiving people in terms of the eye test? Because a lot of people may look at these big names and go, "Yep, semi-finals, finals, 100%."
Mm.
Is there any teams you think that might actually shock people, Alex, and not actually do that well?
Belgium. I don't think Belgium are going to do very well at all. I think their squad. I mean, we're moaning about how Trippier is in the team. In Belgium, I'm pretty certain Roberto Martinez, the manager, former Swansea, Everton, Wigan manager, he's planning to replace Eden Hazard with Nasser Chadli in the starting 11, pretty much. Yep, he's still playing, I think, as a left back or right back in Belgium or Qatar or somewhere. But yeah, he kind of relies on his old guard, and also Belgium's defense is horrific. They've got Dedrick Boyata and Jason Denayer, who's decent at Lyon, but then it's a choice between Alderweireld or Vertonghen, who are both really old and not very good anymore. So I think Belgium will actually shock a lot of people. But I was just it's a nice tangent or a nice like little thing to add in, just because like they get people in the comments involved as well. Who do you think is the odds-on favourite to win the Euros? Like, who do you think the bookies put as the odds-on favourite?
France, but you know what? I'm going to change it again. I just forgot. I just looked at the graph that you put up. Italy have not been spoken about at all. They haven't.
Okay.
They've not been spoken about at all. I've seen that. I've seen their team. I mean, let's talk about a few years back. And Balotelli was on form. We had the Mullers in Germany. That 2-0 win, one of the most iconic games for Italy ever. And it's just descended to shit. Hopefully they can improve. And just like I said, not have to really take this seriously, going to the World Cup a little bit more serious.
I'm going to say Germany.
Okay. Italy, Germany. There's a comment in there. France. The odds-on favourites is tied between England and France. England are technically the odds-on favourites, believe it or not.
Why though? We do this every year. It don't make no sense. Why would England be a favourite in any competition when they don't?
You say this every year. You say this every year.
They don't though. What is the point? What is the point of putting them as favourites? What have they done to show that they're favourites in this tournament? Number one, France have got an overall better squad than them. Germany have got a better overall squad than them. From 1 to 11, Spain probably could beat us. Yeah, Italy could probably do us on their day. Holland, who we ain't even spoke about yet, have got decent players across the pitch. All right, they're missing Virgil van Dijk, yeah, who's probably a big player to them, but they've still got the lit and people that are decent players that are coming in. Like, I don't get that. Why are England always so overrated all the time?
I would say of England, I think the squad quality is great. I just think we're playing defensive. We're going in as underdogs when I think Anson mentioned we're going in as underdogs when we shouldn't be. We could play a 4-3-3 and probably dominate most of the teams in this tournament, but we're not going to. We're going to play a back five, and we're going to have James Ward-Prowse and
Southgate in. Southgate in. Let's go.
You like guys in waistcoats, that's why, didn't you? I forgot. Sorry.
Huh? That's what I mean.
You like guys in waistcoats, didn't you? You like the style. You like the style.
Bro, I just think Southgate isn't. He's just listen. He has a bad rep. Fair enough. He has a bad rep. Just because he has a bad rep, it's like the Star Wars prequels, right? They have a bad rep, but they're actually really good. I think Southgate just has a bad rep for just being someone who wasn't meant to really do the job in the eyes of some fans. And I was one of those people as well. I was like, really, Southgate's our manager now. But then he has that bond with the players. No one can deny that, right? Winter Surfer, that's crap. Sorry.
Winter Surfer, I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah. The eye test, which is something that I have been using on Jorginho, was actually correct. Yeah. And the stats would say otherwise to what you're saying. So we are gonna go through it. Honestly, I promise you now. There's a clip. I've got a video actually. Someone's actually enlightened me massively, and I'm glad that he done it as well. And he's
Yeah.
actually gonna maybe get more involved as well because he's got some analysis on this as well, which is quite key. So we'll come back to that. Trust me, honestly. And it's not because I've got a Jorginho agenda. I haven't. I actually think he's playing very well, but it's just so many people that are just overrating him at the moment for what he's doing at Chelsea.
Yeah,
And there's a lot. There's a lot that more to it, if that makes sense. If you look at the stats as well,
Yeah.
but yeah. To be honest, Alex, France are definitely got to be the favourites. We no one mentioned Portugal as well. I think I know you said they'll get to the final, but Portugal have got to be. How are Portugal not more favourites than England? That make no sense.
I'll read a quick list off. So tied 5-1 is France and England. Then
Have you got it on there? Can you put it up?
I'll put it on the screen in 1 second.
Yeah, let everyone see it.
Just saying this right now, Bruno Fernandes is the op now. For now, he is the op because I'm not backing Portugal. Fuck Portugal. Fuck them. I don't care. England is a team that will win the Euros.
Look at these odds for people. This is ridiculous.
Ooh.
England. England? What are they on? What can we just really say? How the hell are England tied with France? Have you seen the French squad from 1 to 11? It's better than England's. It's better than England's squad.
Hang on, right? Should we have a guess? Where's Turkey?
Where's Turkey?
Okay. How many? Should we have a guess? How many do you reckon we have to count down?
I've got about 20.
3.
3.
Yeah.
Oh, well, from here. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3. You're wrong. We'll see who gets closer. 4, 5,
Poland. Oh man. Oh.
6, 7, 8. There you go. 80-1.
I'm gonna put a bet on that.
So bad, man.
Throw a cheeky tenner on that. That's 800 quid.
I'll tell you, man, a funny story. Yeah, I'll tell you, man, a funny story. Like I said, right, World Cup. We it was my birthday as well. We watched the Sweden game where we beat them 2-0. One of my friends is Polish, right? One of my friends is Polish, and he's not a big football fan, but he did watch the Polish football. He was actually pissed when Poland got knocked out. But my friend, who's a West Ham fan, sadly from East Side, my brother and myself, all supporting England, all happy that we're gonna, go to the finals and win it, because we're all convinced that was happening. We literally took a flag all the way from my yard, all the way to McDonald's, started shouting the England chant in McDonald's, and I nearly got kicked out because I was arguing with one of the colleagues because he wasn't. Because guess what? He wasn't. Because I found out he's actually Swedish, and they were watching it back. They were actually watching it behind the counter. And obviously, like I said, one of my friends was Polish. Wasn't happy. But yeah, man, that's definitely one of the best moments of us beating Switzerland. Obviously, Danny Welbeck coming on in the group stage. Obviously, I rate Welbeck very, very highly. And yeah, man, I want to see. I want to see Sterling just prove all the haters wrong as well, Alex. Like, do you think Sterling will try and earn the Euros?
I do too. I reckon maybe we could get a little interested as well based on the Euros, and with these bets, I could probably. I reckon I could tell you guys which teams to bet on and which teams to avoid at all costs. So the first one here, Netherlands 9-1. That should be 90-1. They have got zero chance this tournament. They are appalling at the moment. If anyone bets on them, you're betting. Like, you might as well bet on Turkey, Scotland, or Finland. Genuinely, because they're like the fans in their country at the moment, and their analysts in the country don't even think they're going to qualify for the World Cup.
Can Scotland do a thing or what? Can Scotland do something?
Can Scotland do something? Maybe they've they qualified pretty strongly. I think they did go to a playoff, but I think they were pretty convincing in it. And the only issue with Scotland is just a lot of their players they're good players, are defenders. So you've got Kieran Tierney and Andy Robertson in a back five. So Robertson plays at left wing back, and then Tierney will play as left centre back. And then you get John McGinn as well in there, and then Oliver McBurney up front. They're very well organised as well. It has to be said there, but it's fair. Like I wouldn't. I put them on the same plinth as the Netherlands. Genuinely, I reckon either of them. I wouldn't bet which one to go further or lower.
Why are even Why are Portugal so low? Why are Portugal
They're
so
not going to
low?
win it. They're not going to win it.
That's
That's why.
that's weird. I would, in my order, it would have been France, Germany. That's what I'd have gone for. France, Germany, Portugal,
England.
Spain, England. No, Portugal, Spain, Belgium, England. That's what I would have gone for.
That's disrespect. Sorry.
That's what I would have gone with England. Well,
You're
well
saying
down
what?
there.
So the England, so what? The England team isn't better than the Belgian team. All they have is fucking Lukaku. That's it. No
Kevin De
one
Bruyne.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who's that?
Kevin De Bruyne. Are you having a laugh? Kevin De Bruyne, Lukaku. Who else they got on there? They've got Mertens. They've got Carrasco. They've got Witsel
Hazard.
in the middle. Yeah, Hazard's injured. They've got Fulgen Hazard, who's
he's very solid.
you know, they've got who they got at the back at the moment.
Courtois.
Yeah, got Courtois, the crap goalie in goal. Who
Better than
likes
Kepa.
Courtois? Let's be serious. Viewers, do you like Courtois? There's nearly 20 of you here now, so tell us, do you like Courtois or not?
I don't like Courtois. I think he's a good keeper. I think he's a prick, but I think he's a good goalkeeper.
Yeah, exactly.
More
Guys,
quick from both.
let's smash that like button. Come on, smash the like button. Please share on your socials, subscribe as well, guys. Guys, tell us who you think can win the Euros.
Yeah.
Tell us who you think can win the Euros. And if you've got any questions for Alex, fire them in now. Anything to do with internationals, anything that's on your mind, he's here. Have a chat with him. And yeah, get your thoughts in. Let's go.
I was going to say, in the meantime, for me and Az just quickly as well. Az, what's your order of if you had to rank the favourites? For the Euro?
I mean,
Go.
if I'm going to be honest, that is probably the most. It's right. That's not realistic because, I mean, the bookies would say England, no, they would. But in my opinion, I would say France. I would say Portugal. I would say Germany, England, Belgium, Italy, Spain. Then I would also say Croatia, Turkey, Denmark, Scotland, then Wales, and everyone's there talking to me. Oh, Gareth Bale, oh, Gareth Bale. Yeah, he's shit. So I don't want to hear it. He's so bad. He's honestly he's shocking, isn't he? He's honestly bad.
I'll quickly say mine, I guess. Mine would probably be France, Portugal, Italy, Spain, Germany, England, and then screw it. We'll say Turkey and then Croatia.
What about what I'm going to say is let's be honest. Victor Moses is better than Gareth Bale, right?
Velvish one. I'm backing Gem. Turkey will win the Euros. Virgil van Dijk back to score the winner against Portugal, and knee slide in front of Ronaldo. Yeah, that's a dream, mate. If he does that, I promise you now, you will see me doing. I'll slide on my knees in my garden. You know what I mean?
Turkey. I mean, if England and Turkey go far, they'll meet each other in the semi-finals. Jem, who would you who you back in that scenario?
Turkey.
Oh, Fadil, stop. Fadil, listen, I'm sorry, but did you not see Dan James's shot yesterday? He's a fucking plank, man. Like, this guy is so dead. Listen, he's good and dead at the same time. Like, it's so ironic.
I did a tweet about Dan James the other day because I would like, as you guys see on GDTV, I try and keep myself calm, collected, reasonable. But my God, watching Dan James is like watching your failed son try and play football. Like,
It don't make no sense, does it?
He's so good until he gets into the box. He's like, I remember someone used the same analogy for Jorginho. It's like he's the world's best player until he gets into the box, and there's like an electric charge up his testicles, and he either just falls over or shoots into the side netting.
Yeah, Kavish says France, Portugal, Italy, Germany / England. Portugal have a lot of talent, but their style of football is bad. Fair enough. I'm also back in my third country, Switzerland. They are in they are the dark horses of this competition, is what Velvish one says there, Alex. Dan James is a 25p energy drink.
Yeah, I love that. That's good.
Jude Bellingham's on apparently. So yeah, again, that England squad is packed with talent, isn't it? It's just whether Southgate can utilise them
Southgate
in
in.
any way. The link's in the chat, guys. If you want to come on and have a chat with us, you can do. If not, no worries. You get your questions in the chat if you have any for us. Who do we think is going to be the top goal scorer, Alex, across the Euros? Who are we going with?
Well, that's a good question.
Good one.
It's hard to say. Probably Mbappe if we're going to boring, but if Portugal, if Poland go far, Lewandowski, because anything you give that man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with. I've got a feeling Mbappe is gonna come alive. It's Haaland. Haaland's at Norway, isn't he?
Yeah, Norway unqualified.
They didn't qualify, did they? So I'm gonna go with Mbappe. This one.
I'm gonna don't take the piss, yeah. I'm gonna say
Harry Kane?
Nah, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm actually gonna say Sterling. Not no. Stop. Listen, mate.
Spain?
I'm gonna say Sterling. The reason why I say Sterling is, bro, this guy. I don't know what it is in the World Cup. Sometimes makes bad decisions. Maybe he might have learned from his mistakes. Maybe this might be the time to make learn from his mistakes with his decision making. So hopefully, I think he could be. He's capable of being goal scorer. You can't deny that. He has the potential to be top goal scorer. He's world class. Does his job consistently in England, especially. And I think he's definitely one of the best wingers, if not the best winger in this competition. And I think he has the potential to be top goal scorer, man. I think he's already scored 2 today, isn't he? So
One.
And
he's missed like 5 sitters in the game.
Oh, relax.
Delio says Harry Kane. Velvashan's with us. Velvashan, what would you like to say, mate? Who's your top goal scorer for the Euros, and who do you think is going to win?
I would love to say England, but they're not going to win with Southgate. Let's be honest.
God.
Like, yeah, well done. Winning 3-0 against some San Mirror. Literally, majority of the team are plumbers. Like, they don't. So,
Majority of the team are plumbers. All right, so Velv, man.
So the Holland team. Including that Virgil van Dijk guy.
So who are you going for then?
well, for the top goal scorer,
Yeah.
I'll say Kane will do it again. No, he's just gonna score every game 1-0, 1 goal.
No,
each game.
Kane will stop pod, man. He'll stop pod against the small teams and
Tapping Tammy.
I was going to mention which strikers would you bring to England Euros?
Tammy, Kane,
Tammy.
No,
That's an
stop this
interesting one.
nonsense. No, Tammy. Stop this
No.
nonsense.
Tammy
That's
is
it, Only he
Kane, Ings, and DCO.
No. Danny Ings, Harry Kane,
Tammy.
Dominic
I'm going to
Calvert-Lewin.
pick the most. I'm going to pick the most.
DCL, Dominic Calvert-Lewin as
Hang
an
on,
option.
I'm going to notepad this. So we've got. We'll decide. So we've
Bamford, I
got.
think even Bamford deserves more chance than Tammy.
Jem, you're going
Yeah,
DCL.
Bamford.
You're going DCL, Ings, and Kane. I assume.
Is it free? Yeah, DCL, Ings, and Kane for me. Yeah.
Like Jem
Okay.
is just so proud to put his own player in the mud. Listen, Tammy Abraham is better than fucking that kid you named at the end. Listen, Tammy is a good player. He's a really good player, man. He is a good player, and I think he will show you 5+ goals if he plays. I think he's better than
Carter
Bamford.
Cody's
Who
down.
is Bamford? Who is Bamford? I don't even know who that is.
He's the third top goal scorer in the Premier League, Bamford.
He's still bad. So,
Was that? And who would you pick?
I'd pick Kane, Ings, and Tammy, but at the same time, I'd pick Ings for accessibility in a game that we really do need to score. Because Harry Kane, do I trust him consistently? Yes. Ings, no, because he's injury prone. I think he's injured. But Tammy, he'll get a few tap-ins this Euro count. So yeah, I'd have him second option striker.
Damn, all right.
Fair enough. Lauren Woods called me Ben. It's Jem. Don't worry, but I'll let you off.
Jem.
Yeah. Why Bamford, man? Need about 10 chances. Yeah, that's true. But this is why I didn't pick him as my free. I picked who did I pick? I forgot.
Ings, Dominic Calvert and Kane.
Tommy,
Kane.
That's who I've gone for. Prime's in the chat. He says he's saying Watkins is quality. Johnny says Tammy. Is what
I don't think Watkins is ready for international, to be honest.
So Ben.
Oh right, sorry. I thought you meant me. I was like, not Ben. No. No worries, Lauren. Nice to have you here, by the way. Thank you.
What about Hazard and Velvishman then? Which three strikers? Because I've just got it on a notepad here, so I'm seeing if we can pick the most average three.
Okay, we'll have Alex up front. We also have Prime up front.
He's going for all the Liverpool under 23s.
Eddie and Ketia up top.
All right, that's funny. So your final answer is
What's the billionaire? Who wants to be a
Kane,
billionaire?
DCL, and Danny Ings.
Kane, DCL, Ings. Oh, it looks like it's going to be Kane, DCL, Ings. Hassan, have you got a three you want to pick?
No, I can't argue with that, man. His stats back it all and the quality of performance, man.
I'd take Bamford over Ings.
Oh, yeah, I know Alex would do this. Here we go. He always does this.
I've got logic. I know I caused just a very big stir yesterday with my underrated player comments, and I left just before it got shouted, which is funny. I see Watkins. I think he's a great player, but I think he's too similar to Kane to take because they like to drop deep and link play a bit like Kane. DCL I think offers something different, so he should come. And then Ings, I think, has dropped in and out of form and he can't rely on his injury. So I picked Bamford, who is in good form, one of the top scorers. Yes, he can miss chances, but at the same time, he's a bit of a poacher and he gets into these good positions. And also, I think he's someone who literally died to play for England just this one time. So
I'm just saying, if you're going to pick Bamford, Tommy's the best goal poacher in terms of tap-ins, man. we don't call him tap-in Tommy for a reason, man. Did you see his 2-yard? Did you see his 2-yard scream against Bayern Munich? That little 2-yard scream.
Yeah, look, I think Bamford is having a very good season, but do I think he's good enough to be taken away with the England squad? If I look at the strikers that are available in front of him, I'd put them three that I've picked already well in front of him. To be honest, in terms of going, I think Danny Ings is proven goal scorer experience, could probably play against any top team. Kane is just Kane, and with DCL, he's had a very good season, but he also gives us something different. I think if you take Bamford, you end up having sort of the same sort of type of players with him, Kane, and Ings, very small. Not Kane. Kane's a bit bigger, but just small, low ground. I just feel like with DCL, it gives you like that Andy Carroll presence. You know what I mean? Like, you know, if you need a goal and you're like 0-0 and he comes on when he just gets that header or something. You know what I mean? Like that
depends on your fullbacks. To be fair,
well, he couldn't do the well. I'm sorry, mate, but he couldn't even do that against Arsenal. So
I mean, let's make this really interesting. Then Kane is injured. Which striker do you start?
Depends on what team.
Ings is starting. I think he's a more better striker, all-round striker than Dominic Calvert Lewin.
What about Mason Greenwood? Is he getting this as well?
No, he didn't.
No.
You know what? He's better than Bamford and fucking all these men combined.
That's a hard argument to make, Cads.
Bamford is irrelevant. I've seen better things at the end of my shoe than that kid. Honestly, he's crap. No.
Is Fred better than Bamford?
If Greenwood was here, he wouldn't take the spot, but he would deserve to. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, it's a tough one because if Harry Kane's injured, you could play Rashford through the middle, you know, and then you got enough wingers really to play.
Who's your wingers?
You know, Sterling, Sancho, Jude Bellingham, you name it. Grealish can play off there, can't he, as well?
Why is Jude Bellingham in this squad? I don't understand.
Just for experiment.
Callum Hudson-Odoi as well.
I think Hudson-Odoi deserves it way more than Bellingham. Way more. Yeah.
I've been saying Curtis Jones deserves it more than him. Even Dyer. Why is Dyer in there?
Because he's
Oh, don't
world
get me
class.
started.
He's world class. That's why he's world class.
Right,
Doesn't-
that's why he's a fraud.
That is better, Fred.
On the pitch.
He's got Southgate's nudes.
Yeah, Southgate loves, and it's very obvious, Dyer and Mason Mount. They're the players that have to play. Again, he started today, Mason Mount, didn't he, over Madison's and the
Oh,
great.
it's 4-0. I
No,
didn't
but to
realise.
be fair,
What about Foden
be-
as well? What about Foden as well?
Foden's
Well,
better.
well, Jim, I was
Wait,
just
have you
gonna
got-
say. I was gonna. Let me finish about the Mount thingy. Yeah, but I was just gonna say, Mason Mount the first half, he's created 8 chances, so I think that's the most compared to everyone else. So I think, I think the lineup today was all right. But who would you start in Poland out of the midfield?
I mean, I respect Mount.
I think Grealish has got to be in that team if he's fit, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Should we
about
do
to say, like,
England 11?
yeah, I was about to say with Mount. I mean, like, he does create chances, but a lot of them at set pieces. And I respect Hazard's good point there that he's made the most chances today against San Marino. But then again, I reckon I could probably create 6 or 7 chances against San Marino.
Yeah,
So
not
it's
nothing,
hard.
mate.
It's hard to judge him off
Yeah.
that, I think.
Yeah, should we do
Yeah.
England 11 or something?
Yeah, we can do.
I don't
We
mind
can
doing that.
do. I'm just trying to find a formation tab actually that would work for it.
It does-
What formation do you want to play?
4-3-3.
Wait, what did Southgate go with?
5-3-2, something like that, 5-3-3.
Yeah, he played a
something like
Yeah,
that.
if you want, I
4-3-3.
can get one up.
I think we should
Oh,
do
yeah.
a 4-3-3 there, boys.
Yeah,
Do
I'll get one.
4-3-3.
Okay, yeah, let's do one then quickly. Keep people. I want people in the chats in the view in the chat to get involved. We're going to do our best England 1 to 11 team.
I
want
was-
you to get involved as well. Let us know if you agree, disagree, who you would have from your 1 to 11 starting when we head over to Poland for the Euros. So let us
Alright.
know.
I'm not sure how well this will be seen. Hopefully, it's all right. I'll give it a share.
Mount.
How is,
Well, it depends. I mean, Mason Mount is crucial to Southgate's system.
You have to
Next
zoom in though.
system.
Yeah,
I'll try and zoom in a bit more.
yeah.
Yeah, I can do that. Enough. Hang on. Let me just drag him in.
Right.
And then,
This is a very average team. Got Mount and Henderson
you
in the
guys
same
decide
team.
for the keeper while I get it locked into.
Why don't you go on
Struggling
footbin?
Yeah.
That's more
All right,
easier,
cool.
Oh no, what?
Why do you go footbin? It's more easier, isn't it?
Footbin.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
go for
ultimate team.
Yeah,
Just
go
do
for it.
ultimate team, man.
I'll get up in the background.
That squad builder, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, squad builder, yeah.
Squad builder's good as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben Russell says Henderson, Walker, Stones, Maguire, Shaw, Mount, Rice, Grealish, Sterling, Kane, and Sir Marcus
Well,
Rashford.
I disagree, Ben. with that.
Yeah, that midfield's all over the place, isn't it? Really.
Yeah,
So,
that midfield. There's no balance in that midfield.
There's no balance
me-
there. You have Declan Rice
Very
and Matt,
attacking, isn't it? It's very attacking.
two,
The vibe that's seen, man.
two best
Pope
buddies.
in goal.
For me,
Wait,
Henderson.
Pope in the team.
Jordan
He's in
Henderson.
the team, yeah.
Is Pope in the team? He should
Is
be.
Butland in the team?
Yeah,
I don't
Pope
know
is in the
Pope
team.
Butland is.
I think
the question
Henderson-
is- Would you
Okay.
start Henderson or Pope?
Huh?
Pope.
Would you
Okay.
start Henderson or Pope in a big game?
Huh?
Pope.
I would actually. I'd let Pope start. I actually like Pope. I don't think he's too bad.
Nick
But-
Pope
All
or
right.
Joe Hart. I remember that.
I've
Oh,
got,
Pope always
got
plays
Footman
well
up.
against us. I hate
You
Pope.
remember that,
Should
Joe?
should do well enough.
There we go.
All right. I just got.
Right,
Let's
yeah.
make sure it's a back five because obviously that's what we'll be playing. 5-2. 5. We're playing 5-2-2-1, won't we? Oh,
Yeah.
piss off advert.
Yeah.
Andrex. Who needs a poo? Anyone? There we go.
All right. Are we saying Nick Pope in goal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Pope.
I would say let's just all go around together and say it. Who? All right. Ads. Who you going for?
I would say Pope, even though I rate Butler highly.
Alex.
I was also saying Nick Pope.
Okay. Veltran
Pope.
and Hassan.
It's unanimous Pope.
Yeah, I
There we
agree.
go.
Pope. There you go. So make that easy. That's a Pope for you.
Right, there we go. Let's get him in.
Or Joe Hart.
Then we've got
Wait, who said Joe Hart? No way.
Marcus, an old friend of mine.
got right wing back now. I'm not sure if it'll come straight away, but who
Right.
we put in a right wing back?
Right wing
Sure,
back.
wait, let me go first on this one.
Got him.
It's going to be Trent, but there's
Okay.
specific games I want James to start over Trenton. So Trent
I'm-
against like low
I'll put
block
Trent
teams,
back
start,
James.
Mm,
Just
and James
waiting.
against teams like Portugal and France.
Okay. What are you saying, Ads? Who you going for? Right?
I'm going for Trips, man.
Trippier.
Yeah, I'll back my
Okay.
boy.
1-1.
Oh,
Alex.
I'm gonna back. If I didn't want to win a vote, I'd be backing Hudson Odoi because I think he's class at right wing back. But I'm gonna go with Reece James over Trippier.
Okay. Reece James.
I would back Trent, but I
So
don't
wait a
think
sec.
he's
Is
gonna be right.
Vel? Who did you pick? Trent. Yeah.
Yeah, I picked Trent.
So you got
The
Trent,
1-1-1.
Reece James, and Trippier so far. Hassan, who you going for?
I mean, Trippier is a decent shout, but I think just basing on what Southgate's doing and the system, I think it's probably gonna have to be James.
Yeah, I agree with that, James.
Reece James is unanimous. We'll get
Reece
that
James.
advert leading
No,
up
but
to this.
Trippier is a solid shout, man. But Trent's nowhere near gonna get that, man. He's just gonna stay on the bench.
I'd throw Reece
Very
James.
long.
I've forgotten
said
who.
for Trent,
I actually forgotten who Trent is. Apparently, the best right back. I
Nah,
heard.
he's dead.
He
What about
I-
AWB?
I
No
heard
one
he
did
got
Aaron
exposed.
Wan-Bissaka. That's fine.
Wan-Bissaka's not in the team. He's playing for Congo.
I mean, stat wise, he's better
He,
than James.
I do have to say, I thought Wan-Bissaka had actually been. Hasn't made an appearance yet for Congo, so he's still eligible. But Southgate just ignores him.
If he was in there, he would be taking that right back place by default.
Right.
So,
Right centre back. Ads. Who you going for? Right centre back.
I don't know every centre back there. He lists the 7 or.
Let's remember.
Yeah.
Let's remember Walker plays at centre back in England
Yeah.
usually.
So you could play-
You know what? You know what the thing is though. If I know what Southgate tends to do, if he's playing a 5, he could easily switch the wing back and the RCB around, and Walker could actually use that pace down the flanks. So if he were to do that, I would say Walker, but I don't know if he is or not. So I'll probably say Stones.
Okay, fair enough. That's fair enough. Alex.
I'd go Walker.
Walker. Velv.
I'm gonna say something pretty
Who
wild
about
here.
Walker, Jem?
I'm gonna say something pretty wild. I think AWB should be a right centre back. Reason being,
Nah, that ain't happening.
no.
That ain't happening, mate. I'm sorry. That's not happening.
Oh, that's not happening.
Oh,
You'd
no,
rather put Dyer
all right,
there, man.
fair enough.
Yeah, but it's got to be Walker anyway.
Hassan.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go with the easy one and either put Stones there. I'm just gonna put Stones there.
They got 2 Stones and 2 Walker, so it leaves it to me, does it?
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna go with.
I mean, Stones is definitely gonna get in there. So
I think based upon who's been playing the most, it's going to be Stones. I'm going to go with John Stones because I think he deserves
Wait,
it.
Wan-Bissaka's not even in the England team, is he?
No.
it's not.
no.
If he was,
No,
then
he hasn't confirmed it yet.
you wouldn't need 5 right backs. You'd only need
Yeah.
1.
All right.
I would argue if we were going against Germany or someone.
That's
I
not a
would
bad
have
shout,
put
Elio. James Justin.
Yeah,
Oh,
but he's not going to
yeah,
get
yeah,
easier,
yeah. Yeah.
Who's that?
Plays for
He's at
Leicester.
Leicester. He's
Yeah.
quality.
Irrelevant.
Centre back, middle of the centre back. Ads, what are you saying?
Bro, the king himself. Maguire, isn't it?
Okay, Alex.
Unanimous Maguire.
Velv.
Esri Konsa.
Okay, Consa. At Hassan.
Maguire. It has to be man. There's no
Doesn't
though.
matter what I say, then, didn't it? But I would have gone with.
Look at you.
I would have gone with Connor
Ross.
Cody.
It's either Maguire or Dyer, man. So one of the two.
All right, we're left with one centre back option. Go on, Jem. Can I kick it off actually? So it's
So
a
the
name that
future
won't
of
be brought
England
up
is
a lot.
Bernardo Slaphead. No, don't put Dyer in there, please.
Left centre back
No,
guy.
please, no one
Well,
put
I'm going to
Dyer.
kick it off. I'm going to kick it off. I think it's a name that deserves to be in there. Michael
Yeah.
Keane.
No. Hey,
Oh.
no.
God.
Alex has gone
No,
for
I
that.
think Michael Keane is good, you know.
Yeah.
I mean-
All right. Fair enough. What are you saying, Eds?
I don't know what other centre backs there are. I don't know.
Bro,
Exactly.
Lingard. Oh my.
You have
What about
Keane.
Tyro Mings?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, no, Mings. Yeah, Mings.
Mings is
I'll pick Mings.
overrated. I
Big
don't
up to
care.
my mixed race brother.
Vel?
Big up to him.
Bell, back me. Come on.
Yeah, Mings is overrated. I'll put Keane in there.
There we go. My big man. But all right.
Hassan?
I'm gonna put Mings just to
Yeah.
make it equalizer.
Oh,
Bro,
no.
listen,
That's not gonna happen.
listen. Keane, I thought that's that guy that looks like a
I would
squirrel.
have gone just
Oh,
for
wait.
the thing. I would have gone to Maury, but that's my point anyway. So
Maury, 2.
Yeah. well, look at where he's playing at AC Milan. I think he deserves the chance.
That's it.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
fair.
did he play one against us? No.
Yeah, Jeff, I think that was a really solid shout for
Let's
tomorrow.
go.
So hopefully you respect my wish and you put you agree with my solid shout.
Go on.
Oh, Michael Keane, left centre back.
Oh, wait,
He's
wait,
played
wait, wait.
well.
Wait,
I can't
we're
knock
forgetting
him,
something.
but yeah, I don't know. I think we could. I think they've got to be better than Michael Keane in that team.
We're forgetting
to start.
someone.
But
Prime said this guy's better than Laporte.
anyway,
Top class.
Keane's won. Keane's
Mings.
won. So we throw Keane in.
Wait, no,
Is it-
Mings won. Mings won, didn't he?
Jim, you're deciding vote.
How can I? No, you all pick. You all
Mings or
pick
Keane?
It's 2-2 between
Mings or
Mings and
Keane.
Keane.
It's Mings and Keane. All right, so I have to choose one of them two. I would probably choose.
Mings.
I would choose Mings personally over Keane.
He's overrated, fam, I swear.
I would. I would go
Oh
Mings.
no, Mings is all right, but I respect it. All right, left wing back.
Luke Shaw.
Bro,
This
yeah.
guy made
no-
Aaron
no
Wan-Bissaka have an
conversation.
assist.
There's no debate.
I don't think Chilwell deserves to be in the team.
He's
to
not
be
good
honest. At the moment, he is good enough. He just isn't playing well at the moment. He'll be better, and he don't work
Shaw-
in the back. He don't
Oh,
work
close
in
to
a fullback
better.
position. In my eyes.
Yeah, but was he
So,
worth 40 million though?
Oh, that's a shout. Lewis Dunk should be one of the centre backs.
Nah.
Miss
He's-
Dunk.
No.
Nah, man. No.
No, he's a
He's
good
done
centre
all right, but I'm
He's a
also
decent
picking
bit-
Shaw at left wing
nah.
back.
Does anyone disagree with Luke Shaw? Or are we all in
No,
agreement
no,
here?
it's you. You're weird.
Yeah, no, Luke Shaw,
Alex?
100%.
Best
No,
left
back
back
in
in the
I
world.
think we all agree Shaw. He's been more consistent.
Do you know what's going to be
Alright.
interesting in the midfield? This is the one that's going to be the interesting
Fred.
one.
Yeah, this is
Shall
this
we start with
it's not
the
a
defensive
controversial one.
player first? So we go with the defensive midfielder first.
Got him. Ads.
I mean, if Fred was here, I'd pick Fred, but he's not. So I have to pick Rice, innit?
Okay.
Actually, no. You know what? I'm not gonna pick Rice. I pick Dyer. I pick Eric.
Oh my
Dyer.
God. No, fraud.
Rice.
Yeah. Go on, Alex.
It's Rice, Declan Rice.
Yeah. Velv.
Jordan Henderson has to get in. We
Yeah,
need
okay,
the
cool.
leadership in
Henderson,
there.
yeah.
No. He's
Henderson.
is he going to be your defensive midfielder, Phil? Because he's not a defensive midfielder. Let's be fair.
He could play there, but yeah.
He's gonna get spun if he plays
You
there.
can pick him in the next bit, pick him in the other midfield, but it's like a
Yeah,
pure
yeah, I'll
defensive
pick him in the
midfielder.
other midfield, yeah.
Who do you want then? Declan Rice? Or Phillips? Or,
Pick Dyer, Velv. Dyer. Come on.
or Dyer?
Dyer.
You're
That's
not.
two for Dyer.
Oh,
No, Rice.
oh God.
Hassan?
Yeah, it's gonna be Rice.
There you go. You might as well put him in then. Alex is 3 to
there
1.
we go.
Anyway, I would have said Rice as well, to be honest, as much as
He's
I
still
don't rate
crap,
him that
though,
much.
doesn't change my opinion. You get Rice at
Yeah.
home, like you don't get it on the field, or what?
All right, the more attacking one. then.
Jeremy says Declan Jollof Blood Clot Rice.
Still shit.
Calvin
That's
Phillips
Lens.
is what he's. Dyer adds, you must pay for your crimes one day, is what
Yes,
Slim
Lens. I listen. Anyone over Declan Rice, he's the most overrated English player I know. Honestly, saying he's world class. Like what?
Ian Johnson said no Liverpool players. We probably would pick them if they weren't all injured.
Yeah. Who are you going for next to him then, everyone? Ads?
Jordan
Um,
Henderson.
I'm gonna go for Hendo, innit?
Oh, I don't know why. But anyway, go on, Velv.
Who's
I
there?
mean,
Oh, no.
Alex. Who are you going for?
I am picking Mason Mount.
That's nice. I like that.
Who?
Velv's already picked Hendo. What are you going for, Hassan? You backing your guy or you going for Hendo?
I'm not gonna lie, right? It's based on Southgate's system, and I've said it before. Mount's crucial. Like we've seen him bench an informed Grealish just because he's crucial to the system. So I'm just gonna have to go Mason Mount, just
It's
because.
like
Two,
This
yeah?
midfield is
it's
so
on me.
unbalanced.
It's
I
on
know,
me. And this
I
ain't really going to be hard, is it, for me? Let's be serious. Mason
be
Mount.
Hendo,
I don't rate Henderson whatsoever. So, yeah, Mason Mount.
Bro, even your Chelsea fans in the comment are saying
All right,
Henderson.
Jem. Do you think Henderson's better than you know who?
Who?
Jorginho.
They're different, aren't they? Again,
Yeah,
one
I
runs
agree.
around like a headless chicken. The other one just likes doing sideways passing. So
Wait, wait. You
it's
say
just-
headless chicken.
he loves
I'll go
running
right
around
wing.
like a headless chicken.
Henderson
doesn't
has the highest forward
To be honest with you, that this is where it gets nice and enjoyable.
he? Where are we going? Left or right?
Right wing, right wing.
Oh, for
Um,
me,
I'm pick-
it's
I'm
got to
picking-
be Sancho, man. There's not even a debate for me.
Sancho.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, bro. Nah, Sterling, man. Sterling's better than him.
Sterling's
Okay.
left. Sterling's left for me.
No, Rashford's left. You want Rashford out, innit?
No, Rashford. No, actually, no. Go on. I'm going to go with Sancho for my right. He's gone for Sterling. Who are you going for, Alex?
I'm just typing in. So we've got Sancho, Sterling. I'm also backing Sancho.
Alex, Velv. Who are you going for?
Jadon Sancho.
Okay, Hassan.
I'm saying there's so many good wingers, man. Cho, Saka, Sancho. Like,
Okay, yeah, fine.
yeah, I mean, I thought I might as well give him an honourable mention, but of course he has to be Sancho, man.
No, Sancho. It is then. Sancho is in the team, people. And then we've got the left side. I'm going to go with.
Harvey Barnes.
Ooh, it's an equaliser.
I don't know. This is horrible now because it's between
Yeah.
for me it's a flip of a coin between Sterling and Rashford. But
Yeah,
if I'm
Saka
going
there as
based
well.
on if I'm going based on this season and how who's played the better, I've got to say Marcus Rashford in my eyes. But Sterling's just Sterling. He's just good for England. So
Wait, Grealish can play on the left as well, remember?
He's not
Grealish
better
as
than
well.
Grealish. Yeah, Grealish is not better than
Foden.
Sterling. Sorry.
Mate, this is hard. Who are you going for, Alex?
Oh, so close.
Hard, isn't
Rashford isn't a part of it. He's an impact player for me.
Okay.
It's actually between Sterling and Grealish, but I'm going to go with Sterling.
Sterling. Ads.
Yeah, it's a disgrace how Sterling, if he's not in the team, it's just like there's no real drift up front. So I'm gonna say Sterling.
Sterling. Velv.
Harvey Barnes.
He's
Harvey
injured.
Barnes. Harvey
Go on,
Barnes.
Hassan, do it.
I don't think he can play.
Hassan, do it.
You know what? Just for the content, Harvey Barnes.
So 2 Harvey Barnes and 2 Sterlings, yeah.
God, yeah.
Harvey
Yeah, do
Barnes.
it.
No, Jem. No.
All right, hang on. I'm going to put someone in that reflects Harvey Barnes. Let's just think about it for a second.
No. Throw Sterling in.
Yeah, who is
I'm going to put in
Oh,
Jack Wilshere. It's going to need to put someone else who's injured in.
Put Danny
oh, yeah,
Welbeck in.
Wait,
Danny
Danny Welbeck. No.
Is Joey Linton English?
You look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Joelinton.
Those stats are so underrated. 81 shooting.
Let's mix it up. We'll say Kane's injured because obviously he would usually come in. Let's say Kane's injured. Who are we picking up front?
Rashford.
Yeah, I mean, okay, that
Oh,
could be one of
Bellingham
them.
missed that.
Alex, who you going for?
Calvert-Lewin.
Calvert-Lewin, Velv,
Danny Ings.
Danny Ings, Hassan,
Oh,
DCL.
Calvert-Lewin, Ads, who'd you go for? Rashford.
Rashford, yeah.
I'm gonna go with the person that I think will get you goals and would play. I mean, I think Calvert-Lewin would be good with these two. He'd hold the ball up tremendously well and be good in the air. He could terrify him. But Danny Ings he's just a great finisher, isn't he? He can do everything. To be honest,
But it is a tie. We could ask the comments if it's between
Comments,
Yeah,
viewers,
it's
smash
a
the like
tight.
button, number 1. Yeah, please subscribe to viewers,
Slanted
number 2.
Tammy.
And number 3, tell me if Harry Kane was injured, who would you have leading the line?
Let the
DCL
comments decide.
or Danny Ings? Who would you choose? Let us
It's
know in the
2-2
chat
at the
now.
moment.
Or
We'll let you
Eddie
pick.
Nketiah.
So we give it till we'll give it 60 seconds and we'll see.
Right,
Yeah.
Ben says Ings. Ben says Ings has been asked this season. Fair enough. Okay.
He's been injured. How could you say that?
DCL is what Ben says. Is anyone else gonna come back with a comment? Come on, guys.
Come on, guys.
In the chat,
Rashford.
That's
DCL
fine.
or Danny Ings? DCL or Danny Ings? Let me know. You got to let us know. Come on. Type. There's enough of you here.
I mean, you take out that midfield, and it's a scary lineup. You know what I'm trying to say? You know what I'm saying?
Hashtag says DCL. Velv says Ings. He's sitting here, so it don't count. Euro expert says DCL. Slen says Ings. Slen says Ings. It's got to be. DCL is winning by 1 at the moment. It looks like it's going to be DCL. Is anyone going to come in? Is anyone going to change that?
I'll type his full name. If anyone else says Ings before it, I'll put Ings in.
The next person that comes in wins. So whoever says whoever of the two wins.
Vert, Lou.
Give them 30 seconds. Give them 30 seconds.
Mate, you called it in a minute.
Ings. Ian Johnson says
No.
Ings.
He's already commented.
Ian Johnson says Ings.
Right, this is the man who just put Eddie and Nketiah, so we'll put Eddie and Nketiah up front instead.
Ian.
No, just put Ings.
There we go. There we go. That is our England team. We're all sorted for the Euro.
No, Winter Surfer.
You might as well just put
Kane's
Tabby
injured,
in.
so you've only got DCL or Danny Ings.
I
You've got to
see.
choose between the two. Everyone's saying
Let Andrew
Ings.
pick.
DCL. Andrew, Winter Surfer. Come on, you're Mr.
Let
Captain
me the
America.
deciding vote.
Ings or DCL. You've got the deciding vote. Winter Surfer.
For
Let us know.
myself, pick the right one.
It's Winter Surfer going to pick. He must be.
Oh,
I'd
great.
rather play with 10 men.
All
Come
right,
on, then,
Rob,
Winter Surfer.
Rob,
We need it.
Rob said
We
who
need
it
this
is.
answer.
Ings.
Tell us. Danny Ings, if you got pushed into a corner, you have to pick one of these two to lead your line. Danny Ings or
I'll
DCL?
just say Ben has said Bamford has literally scored more goals than
Ings.
Ings
He
this
said
season.
Ings. He
Oh,
said
that's
Ings.
great
Ings
for
wins.
Winter.
Yes.
Ings wins. Ings wins,
I
guys.
still want to back Eddie and Nketiah personally.
DCL is just a Chris Wood with a 6-pack.
Rob says Ings.
I'd rather play with 10 men. Oh, that's funny.
Rob says Ings as well.
Right,
So
that's
Ings.
the England team.
Ings. Let's go, bro. Let's go, buddy.
I can't lie. This team gets to the quarterfinals at maximum. This team in front of us that does not win the tournament.
That's ridiculous, isn't it?
How come Sterling and Danny Ings has the same shooting? That's a disgrace.
Winter Surfaces was Abraham a choice. He didn't get a choice, unfortunately. It was
He wasn't in the
kicked
squad.
out because Bamford didn't get in the team. Winter Surfer. We couldn't have Abraham there, unfortunately,
Yeah.
which is not fair. But guys, there it is. There is the GNA TV England 11. There it is, right there,
With
without
Kane
Harry
injured.
Kane.
With Kane.
Yeah, with Kane injured. Sorry, before anyone clips this, with Kane
With
injured.
no
Yeah.
Liverpool and Arsenal players. Great.
Slabhead. Yeah, Slabhead. I don't even know. He's in that. Do not want any Arsenal players. And Slen says that team stinks. This team is dead.
It's for the content,
This
man, for
team
the
is
vibes.
dead. Guys,
Listen,
I mean, people in the chat, tell us your 1 to 11 then. Slens, come on, Jeremy. What would you do? Who would start? Come on, 1 to 11. Tell us.
No, we need a Nketiah up front. He will win us the
The team
Euros.
looks so bad. It actually looks so bad on
It
paper.
does.
It's so unbalanced. Our midfield's going to be run over.
I think it is just because of the ratings, you know. I think it is because
It's
like,
just the ratings.
yeah.
Eric Diarrhea.
No, I think Henderson's like the first highest England player in the squad. He's at 86 rated, Henderson.
You know what it is? I think a lot of people are just going to say drop him out for Foden.
Yeah, but then you've got
Henderson would probably get in that
then
team.
it'd be
with a lot of
Declan Rice holding back the sea.
Oh, how many chances Lingard's going to have in this
But
match?
ain't Declan Rice an actual DM that can sit on his own and just cover? That's what everyone says he is. Like, can't he
No,
just
but
play that role and
he
allow
looks better
us
with-
to do eights?
If you watch West Ham, he looks better with Suchek next. That's
Yeah,
something
but
like, if he played.
Suchek disappears. He's always in the box trying to score goals when Rice is sitting.
Oh,
Yeah,
if
but
you-
he does a defensive work as well. That's why I
I'm
said
not
put
gonna lie.
Rice and.
Why make excuses for a player that you wish you had?
Here's the thing. This is why I want a 4-3-3, so we can add Rice, Henderson, and Mount in the midfield, because that'll be a good midfield.
I hear that. I hear
Okay.
that.
I'm gonna answer the comment. I'm just saying, in my opinion, if Southgate doesn't get STEM, he's suck him. Like with the quality of players that we got, just suck him. If he doesn't get STEM,
Yeah, that's a
minimum.
bit harsh. That's a bit rude. Come on.
There you go, people. There's your GNA TV team of England team. Everyone's going to be like, what the hell is that?
Oh, wait, we forgot the manager. We forgot to put the manager.
Well, there's only one manager, isn't there?
Jose
Frank
Mourinho.
Lampard. Frank Lampard.
Johnny loves Mason Mount. Says Rice and MM19 Hive at Chelsea. Ben
Look at
Russell
that
says,
picture.
imagine an England starting 11 without England's best player.
Put
Grealish.
Steve Bruce, man.
No, I don't think he's England's best player.
Rice is a centre back, is what Ian Johnson says. Imagine, yeah. So there it is, guys. There it is. All right. Luke Shaw is more of an all-round than Chilwell, is what Cavisher says. Winter Service says, why isn't Lingardinho in midfield? Forgot about Lingardinho, or a false nine for this team.
I'll
No?
tell you what.
Lingard getting
I'll tell you what. If you're watching the game I'm watching, then you definitely don't want Lingard.
Bro, Lingard's missed like 5-6 good chances left in
Yeah.
this game. There were good ones as well.
Look at that image, Gem.
What?
Look at that.
I know.
Johnny
Wait, what's
knows.
that image? Wait,
It's basically to miss him out with Johnny's profile.
Guys. Anyway, people, thank you. Well, thank you very, very much as always. It's been a decent show. Not gonna lie, it's good to talk about something different. Usually, we're always talking about Premier League, Chelsea, Man United, etc. Before we go, Slens is here, so Slens is going to have his say quickly. Slens, what did you want to say, bro?
Oh, what's going on? I was just gonna say, man. If you want to get the best out of the team, I would get rid of Harry Maguire, man. I'd get rid of Harry Maguire. And
The Slens,
No, but what I do is I play four at the back, and I bring in Jack Grealish. I play three in midfield. I don't think anyone needs Harry Maguire in their team, to be honest. I don't know why you'd need that.
Yeah,
person
they
in your-
stand. So what
that's
you think
gonna
Mings is
make it
better than
even
Maguire?
more unbalanced.
You think Mings is
Sorry?
better? Do you think Mings is better then?
I don't think Mings is better. What I do is I agree with your expert. I play Michael Keane.
Sorry,
Michael Keane's much better.
Yes,
than,
there we go, Sans.
Oh,
Yeah.
come
So-
on, Maguire's one of the best centre backs in the league.
I'm just,
And
Just
no,
kidding.
but everyone's acting like I'm overrating him. But it's true. Like who else takes that in that top 10 spot? He has to be in the top 10. There's no way he isn't. You know what I'm trying to say?
Like, Christian,
Like,
Christian,
it's
I
not
don't
you
know
guys
that
really-
when he's fit, he's
It's
better
not.
than
It's not
Maguire.
overrating. Like, we all talk about it, about how there's barely any
does our
quality.
England team? Does our England team beat this team?
No.
100%, man. Gotta believe.
Kante, Pogba. Are you having a laugh? Mbappe, like you know.
we got Rice. We got Rice in
Look at the
midfield.
squad depth as well.
We got
What
Rice
end
and
of
Henderson
minute?
as our midfielders against Kante and Pogba.
We
Hey,
got
listen,
we got James Spears. Bro.
That just proves. That just shows my point. Rice is not good. Like we're all scared. We're all scared when he goes up against good players. Just proves he's not a top
Yeah.
player. He's just average.
all I'm gonna say, yeah, in the words of Johnny, we got money
Correct.
made.
Oh, that's a good shout with the stuff.
Really?
John just shouted.
Mate.
I mean, all I'm saying is Sterling's better than Griezmann. So
Yeah, he
I
is.
think anyone's better than Greenwood, to be honest.
no, Griezmann.
Oh look
Oh,
who
Griezmann.
scored. Maybe
Wait,
he
what?
deserves to be in the starting lineup. Ollie Watkins has
Oh
got
yeah,
the
Watkins
goal.
scored.
If anything, guys, Bamford deserves to be in the team.
Oh no, don't. What about Tammy Abraham then? Because
Exactly.
they're both captain merchants.
Tammy
Makes no
Abraham, maybe you can get on the 19th team, bro. I don't know about the first team.
why disrespect your players, man?
Listen, I'm sorry, I just speak facts, bro.
Does any England player here get into that French team?
Yeah, Sterling does.
Mason Mount.
No,
Sterling,
I would say Sancho and Sterling and Harry Kane up front as
And
well.
Trent. Trent gets in the right
Oh,
back
but wait,
spot.
Sancho and Sterling over Mbappe here.
No,
No.
over Griezmann, is it? Is that Griezmann on the left?
Yeah,
there?
that's
Who's
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So one of them
Oh.
over Griezmann, and then Kane
And then
over
Harry Kane.
Giroud.
yeah. And
I'm
then
glad you added Rabiot as French.
I'd put
team.
Mason
He's
Mount
celebrating.
in next to Kante and Pogba. That'd be beautiful. No, Grealish. Grealish would get in that team.
I'd personally, if you ask me, if Wan-Bissaka was in that team, he'd take that right back spot.
This is
Right
a true
centre back
comment.
spot.
No, the
Thank
no,
you.
the
I've
firm-
been saying that. I've got laugh.
no, the firm RB spot. Because what are we playing? No, like look, we're gonna top our players over with the French players. Put Sterling over Griezmann. Put Kane for Giroud. And obviously then, if Wan-Bissaka was in this team,
You're
we could.
putting Bissaka over James.
Yeah, but
You're putting
Griezmann's
Bissaka
more
over James.
creative than Sterling.
Bro, who is the boys? Who is that, man? Like, come on, some farmer.
That's what
Like,
Sasco.
Pretty solid
Who's gonna say?
defender for Leon.
he's a farmer, mate. I've never heard of him.
Oh,
Our
I did-
midfield looks shocking compared to the French midfield.
Yeah, but I
Look at
told
that,
you Rice
mate.
is not that good. Rice is not that good.
Like, that's what scares me every time I go into a Euro and I see us play against the
here's
big
the thing.
teams. It's like you've
You
got
don't need to
Henderson.
have a
and Kane.
world-class midfielder. You just need a balanced midfield. That's what I said. Rice and
But guys,
Henderson.
don't worry.
That's a
Don't
balanced
worry, guys.
midfield.
No, man.
Rice is
Come on.
Rice is average, mate. I'm sorry, he's
Guys,
average.
Rice, listen. On the French team, yeah, who's as good as friends as Rice and Mount? They're best friends, bro. They can conquer anything in this world, man. They're best
Yeah,
friends.
Yeah,
together.
man.
That's
Whoa.
together. That is together. That is together. But yeah, no, for England, yeah, 100%. They are
Wan
really,
Bissaka
really
is
good.
rubbish.
Winner Surfer, he's better than James, mate. Sorry. It's
Lauren
just
Wood says Pogba and Kante have never
Oh,
lost a game when playing together for France, and that
Hey,
is
yo,
true,
Jim-
Lauren.
yo,
No, they're
Jim,
And
the
already,
worst
man,
thing is,
Mason Mount will be the first one. Mason Mount will be the first one to
Nah,
take
man,
that off.
that's too good.
here's the thing. I
Saka's a
think
better right back
French
than James. Is
beating.
that what you just said? Oh my god.
French,
Yeah, that's a tip.
France
I
is
think this is a
beating
tip
could
now
Just
that-
in, man. Perfect. Perfect one.
Wait, what? Why is Matt? Oh my days!
he is better than
Hey,
James.
The French Mason Mount has made the team. Look at that, people. Look at that chemistry right there. Imagine
Hey,
that.
what's the chemistry saying?
Now, honestly, on a serious level, I think Grealish would get in that midfield actually with them.
Jimmy, he's our best player, Jimmy. He's our best player,
Huh?
in my opinion. I think he's our best player.
Grealish. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a good chance
What,
for that.
bet what?
Greenish over Jose
Really?
Manuel.
I'm gonna be honest with you, personally. I think Sterling is better than Grealish. To be honest, and that's not
I'm not surprised.
that's not me being biased. Just because I like Sterling and he went to the same school as me. It's just personally, I think he's just better. He's just better. One, I think with Grealish, he brings a lot to the team and his presence is certainly there, but it's not consistently there. Like they've had so many losses where they've had to try and get the reliance on Grealish, and he hasn't turned up.
Yeah, but it's not Greenish.
I'm-
The defense is bad.
Sterling tried to play that number 10, yeah. You know, he break his shin, bro. Like he can't play that number 10. Grealish has mastered it, man. I don't think.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the number 10. I'm just saying in the team, I'd rather have Sterling.
He's a better pure footballer, bro. Because Grealish can play the number 10 and the left winger. That to me proves he's a better pure footballer. I don't
Look
think
at your
Sterling is that creative. Is that Grealish?
39 pace. No, I hear you. I
Sterling,
hear
you
you.
only get goals.
I respect
That's
your
the thing.
Just put Joey Linton, man.
I respect your
Oh
opinion.
my!
Joey Linton.
That ruins the team, bro. We have a silver
Yeah.
card up top.
Hudson Odoi.
Yeah, just
Hudson
put all
is-
silvers in, man.
Anyway,
Curtis
guys.
Jones,
Oh.
put Curtis
Oh,
Jones
no.
in there.
Jim, don't, man.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
is. Yeah, that was it, really. I mean, that's the first international show that we've actually sort of ever done on GNA TV. It won't be our last. Probably the worst time to do it, to be fair, when everyone's watching the game. Maybe we'll plan it a bit better next time, Ads. But yeah, it's all good in the hood. Guys, we appreciate you all coming on as well. Euro expert, as always. Alex is one of our sort of regular people that's on here. The next show I'll probably do with Alex will probably be a European show because we need to talk Champions League, Alex. Which again is coming up very soon. Some big games involving also Chelsea as well, and their draw was unbelievable, to be honest, wasn't it? In terms of how it played out. Before we go, Jeremy says, unpopular opinion, I think Sterling has hit his ceiling. I don't think he will be able to repeat 30 goals in a season again, potentially. I agree that it could be the case. James is better than Fred.
No, he isn't. He isn't. I know. Can I be serious? Like, let's stop this crap now. Like Fred is better. Oh, come on! I'm not even gonna speak.
He's better than Trent in midfield.
Anyway, like I said, I've got some. We'll
Probably, yeah.
analyze. I've got some stuff that I'm going to share with you guys actually in terms of Jorginho and Fred, and it's quite weird. But we'll get to that on another show. But guys, appreciate it as always. Thank you for coming on. Tomorrow's a ladies' show. Saturday we've got a debate show. Sunday, I don't know what we're doing. Well, actually, I'm doing a interview show with Indiana on the first 11 because we're interviewing Terry Flewers from the Football Terrace. So we'll be over there, and that'll be at 9 p.m. on Sunday. So yeah, guys, thank you again. Take care, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Peace.
It's like it's free time when it's free time in the dance.
Yesterday I feel so good,